In this video, we're gonna talk about some data that you guys need to know and be aware, and we're gonna review everything together, and I'm gonna ask your opinion, and we're gonna talk about this video is gonna be very important, guys. Okay, if you do not watch it to the end, you are gonna miss out. Okay, period. Now, I'm gonna talk about when we had our election years, what happened to S&P 500 returns on that only every 4 year of election. We only have in this table up to 2016, but I think we have enough data from previous years to see what would be the expectations that we should have for this year that we're gonna have our election, right? But a lot of people are talking about if Trump becomes president, we're gonna moon, but if the Harris is gonna be elected, we're gonna just dump and whatever. Okay, I would not really get into that arguments because in general, even if we dump, we're gonna eventually go up. Okay, nothing goes down forever and nothing goes up forever. Okay, as long as you guys know this truth about the market, you're gonna be fine, unless you're just holding a lot of riskier assets like smaller market cap coins, which I'm a huge fan of, but I do not put a lot of money that I'm gonna lose and I'm gonna go crazy. Okay, just keep that in mind. A lot of you guys, I'm gonna go to the comments, your beautiful comments, and some of you guys ask questions and gave me a lot of comments about the rate cuts. That's why we're gonna review these two tables together, and I searched about this, the effect of rate cuts on the stock market, and also I'm gonna talk about these percentages. Let's just analyze them together, and we're gonna talk about the bullish scenario that I've been saying that around this area that I call it a tie. This red candle, weekly red candle, I am expecting to be stopped. And we're going to talk about USDT dominance, of course. There's no way I would not look at USDT dominance. And I'm going to talk about the Fibonacci retracement from the lowest point that we've had up to the all-time high that we've had so far, around close to $74,000. And some of you guys in the comment section, and thank you so much for all your beautiful comments. I read them all. I spend more time to reply to you guys more than I spend time to make videos and edit them. But I see like I'm not getting enough likes again. I think I need to make another whiny video that you guys are not liking my videos. But I want to remind you guys, the reason I got 3.6K views on this is because of your likes. YouTube only doesn't know who I am, what you're watching, if the video is valuable. But if it is, please take a moment and like the video you are watching right now, or every video you're watching from me, or anybody on YouTube, because YouTube only knows about the likes and amount of time you spend on the video. I'm not gonna force you to watch the whole thing because people have their own time. I respect that. But for the likes, once you like it and the amount of likes goes up, like this video that you did, I got 307. That shows me that I can go back and review this video and see what you guys got out of it based on your comments as well, which were beautiful comments, and I can spend more time and make similar videos so you guys enjoy more watching it, okay, and liking it. Anyways, let's not whine too much again. Okay, so let's talk about the Fibonacci retracement that one of you guys in the comment section said that there is no weirdness. It's not going to be weird that we go back down to 0.5 Fibonacci retracement, 50%, right? Which I have already put the line in here so we can see it better. That would take us to $44,000, which usually it doesn't exactly stop the price around this area. We might see something like this wick that we had. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Right here, you guys saw that we broke below 0.38 Fibonacci, very strong, but we got bought out. We went above this Fibonacci line. I forgot what line that is. I think 2-3, something like that. We went up, but we still went down. We got stopped around this area for this candle, and we're going down. And I am reminding you guys, after this video, go ahead and join our Telegram group. And you guys see that I had posted 58K will be the line that is going to most likely stop Bitcoin from going up for this green candle. And so far, for the weekly, you guys see that we went up to $48,000. Although I mentioned in my previous video very fast without analyzing it enough. I said we might go up to $56,000. But that's why you guys need to join my Telegram group for free. So I give you guys a better signal, because once I make that video and edit it, I'm not gonna go back and delete it or anything like that. It's out there, and whenever you guys see it, you're gonna only think that we're gonna go up to $56,000. Although none of these are financial advice, they're not exact prices that you should not even count on it. But considering 58,000, I'm gonna give you the reason why. Okay, the reason is, I think I've already made the line in here. Previously, if you guys pay attention, we had many wicks on top, and this one as well. We went higher, we broke below. So and a lot of candles were closed, weekly candles. And we finally broke this weekly, which I gave you the exact signal that I said this one is gonna maximum go up to $60,000 to $62,000 just as a pullback. I'm not saying that we're gonna go any higher than that. And you guys see that this weekly candle went even down to 52,500-ish, and we closed it as red as well. And I am still expecting, because we had this closed red candle and we closed this as red as well, this one, we're gonna have this closed candle area, which will be 57,300-ish, up to where we get to these closed candles. And this wicks, you guys can see that we exactly topped around $58,000 so far. Okay, so as I said, go ahead and join the Telegram group. I give you guys more signals, important signals, but none of these are financial advice. Do your own research. These are just what I'm seeing. Okay, I can be wrong sometimes. Now, so I am still expecting to go down to this area. We might not exactly go down that much, but considering the comment one of you guys put that we can go back down to 44K, 43K, we can have a wick, same as in this one, go down to $43,000, where I had shown you guys that Ichimoku cloud, we are still having one of them untouched, which shows a gap that $43,000, $42,000 can still be touched. And let's review it in the chart. Just to remind you, we have still this red Ichimoku cloud. Follow my cursor. Let me zoom in more. This area has not been touched, and if you guys are new to this channel, Ichimoku cloud, every time chart either goes back to it, the candle has to either touch it and go above again or pass it through. But the ones that are not ever touched and we completely got away from them, these areas can be the area that we might attract the price. Bitcoin can attract the price down to this level to go back down from $43,900, almost $44,000, I'm sorry, $45,000, where the Ichimoku, I mean, not the Fibonacci retracement is, close to that area. And you guys see that we might still go sharp down here to the 50% and get bought up and go higher. But considering this RSI, you can see that this line shows that we are broken above again, and we might still go higher. How much higher the price will be pushed because of this RSI is not going to give us that much of information, unfortunately. I do not really believe in RSI that much, because RSI can still go higher in prices, but the actual, not the price, in the lines, and the prices still just go sideways, sometimes even goes lower, but the RSI keeps rising. Okay, that's why I do not count on it that much. And you guys see this, yeah, the red one is being shaped after the screen without the price having touched it yet. So you guys see that we have broken below. We touched this red one, we broke below, we are now going to touch this green one, probably red one, green one, and red one. And this is the daily chart. Okay, so I would not be surprised to even go up to $60,000 and then start going lower. Okay, so that gives us a little bit of probability that we might not go that much lower. That's why I've been getting into altcoins with my members, and go ahead and join if you would like to know what kind of coins we are getting. And this area for me is the accumulation area. I'm not gonna go cry about a couple of $1,000 going higher or lower. Even if we go to $45,000, a lot of altcoins has already given us a lot of discounts. I'm not telling you to do the same thing, but this is what I'm doing. I've been buying around this area, around this top of $73,000. When every time you went higher, I warned you guys that you're not being late on altcoins, guys. As long as BTC dominance has not reached the top, which I had showed you in the previous video, go ahead and watch, I am not being afraid that I'm missing out. Okay, so by looking at the USDT dominance, which is my favorite chart, I am still expecting around these two circles, guys, up to, as I said, this number 6.9, even 7, the highest point of the failure where we had this failure, we can still have a wick up to that level, which will bring us down to $50,000 one more time, and then get bought up and start going higher, which that's why I'm having this wide path line like this. But how much higher? Let's talk about how much higher can BTC go, considering that USDT every time, if you haven't watched, go ahead and watch this video that I made, which got 3.6
and this video got
which got 3.6 thousand. All of my videos, honestly, not just because, as I said, it's my channel, all of these need to get thousands of views, because just to give information, because these are educational. Everybody needs to know that how USDT has been going up and down every cycle, and you guys could have got a signal from USDT dominance. So go ahead and like the video just to push this video to more people. And watch this video if you do not know the relationship between USDT dominance and Bitcoin. And now I am still expecting to maximum go to this level and start going lower. And if you guys remember, I'm gonna go back to get out of this. Okay. Now, if you guys remember, once I said that once we get back to this white line that we have never broken below, I'm gonna continue going down every single time we have touched this white line, and USDT got support and went higher, and that crashed the market. In the previous cycle, we reviewed it, all these 4 lines together. If you haven't watched, go ahead and watch that. So that is a strong signal for me that once we get back to this area, once we touched it, I'm gonna mostly get out. At least 90 to 95% I'm gonna be out. Okay, so it depends on how fast we go, and how much of this money will pour into Bitcoin and the rest into altcoins. Let's talk about that. Okay, that's gonna be a fun analysis. Let's say Bitcoin is just gonna go something like this. Okay. If this goes up to here, technically and logically, if Bitcoin goes to this level, almost, let's say $88,000 or even $100,000, let's go up to here, okay? This amount of rise in Bitcoin is gonna get most of the money out of USDT, although this is a percentage and market keeps growing, especially in the last year of bull market, because a lot of FOMO gets in for the altcoins and Bitcoin, okay? But if we consider that most of the money is going to go to Bitcoin, once we touch this white line, it would make sense that we go up to $100,000, right? But you guys know that Bitcoin is not going to be the only coin that is going to take all that percentage from USDT dominance down to this level. But as I have showed you before, let's talk about the BTC dominance one more time. Once we get to this area, guys, 60 to 63, 61%, I am expecting to start crashing, break below this rectangle that we have been ranging up and down within. We're gonna most likely go back down. That will be where BTC is gonna give enough confidence to altcoins that we're gonna see altcoins start rallying. So that would automatically give us the signal that this much rise for BTC for this cycle at least is not going to be true. I wish it was, but if we go that much higher, considering that when we were on top of BTC all-time high, USDT had already touched this white line, and by considering that the market keeps growing and we can see that BTC can go for higher high, and let's just say up to this level, which is almost $20,000 more, even more than $20,000, $25,000 more, we're gonna have to consider that all this USDT and every single the USDT and all the stable coins are gonna get into Bitcoin, and we're gonna touch this level, and that will be the top for this cycle. But I cannot agree with that we're gonna go that much higher. I would love it to. Okay, as I said, I've been holding a lot of altcoins. I would love Bitcoin to go higher to prices. I'm not against Bitcoin because Bitcoin is the leader. But I am seeing that I would give it a chance that we mostly, maximum, go back to retouch this all-time high of Bitcoin, okay? Because a little bit of this money will pour back into Bitcoin, and at least rest of the, let's just show it with the path so you can see it better. Let's just say we're going to either go back down from here, from this line. It's not making a line again. So once we start going down, let's just say from here, once we get to this level, I think that we would already top for Bitcoin, and that will be the money that I consider, just give it a probability that we're going to meet all-time high one more time and just play around for a while, go sideways, okay? And the rest of the money, I'm going to show it with a different color of the path. I'm going to have to change it later. This much of the draw for USDT will be considered billions of dollars for altcoins. Okay, so this much of percentage, as I said, don't confuse the percentage with amount of market cap. Okay, we can still have an ocean of water in the world, and that will be a percentage of the whole world. Okay, I hope it makes sense. I explained that in that video, which I said that go ahead and watch it, because I broke it down, and there you go, you just saw that. So go ahead and watch that to understand it better. But we can see that we are not far away from this line, and billions of dollars, some of it should pour into Bitcoin and the rest of it should go into altcoins, hopefully. Okay, so let's talk about the Fed. I talked about that too much, but this video mostly was going to be about the percentages and how rate cuts affects the market, at least short term, and look at the dates. Let's look at the dates. So in 2023, 7/26, in July of 26 of last year, we had actually rise for S&P 500 and 9% for NASDAQ. I'm going to go faster because we have a lot of numbers to go for, okay? Rise for this, rise, but we got negative 6.4, negative 18% for NASDAQ, right? So by looking at this, I don't want to take too much of your time. Excuse me. Mostly we've had positive numbers. We've had crazy negative numbers short term, but we had recovered after a couple of years or 6 years or 5 years and several years, okay? But for us, because we need to consider that Bitcoin is in a cycle, 4-year cycle, this many years of waiting would be a long time, and a lot of altcoins are just gonna poof and go, they're just gonna disappear. So we have to consider that too, okay? And also, even for this one, it says 6 months. 6 months change after the first rate cut, so it's not right away. Okay, it shows that 6 months later, these were the numbers recorded for them. Okay, so why am I saying this? A lot of you guys are still waiting to get into altcoins, and you're waiting to buy back in lower prices, and you're waiting for the rate cuts to happen so we crash and I had covered a lot about the S&P 500 and how right after the at least first rate cut, we crashed pretty heavily. I am with you on that, okay? I am with you, but I'm still getting to altcoins no matter what, even if I'm gonna lose money. But because I'm not going heavily in altcoins that much, I'm not putting the money I'm willing to lose, I am still slowly buying. Even if we go to $44,000, which will give us from this level to this level another 21%. Okay, so that would be, it's still fine. Okay, so for me, 21% will dump a lot of altcoins. That will be a better area of accumulation. Why not? I will take it. Okay, so I will just DCA in as we go lower. But for this cycle, it's gonna be a weird one. I just do not, I hate to say it, but you guys see that we're not that far from this white line. Yes, we still have billions of dollars going back into the market, hopefully, if we do not break above this line, which I said it before. And we can't go up to this level if we break it. Okay, go watch my previous videos and make sure to subscribe if you're new to this channel. These are valuable information I'm giving you for free. Okay, and let's talk about these numbers too. But what he says, the Fed often begins cutting rates when the economy clearly weakens, right? That is pretty straightforward. And so lower rates are often a sign that the economy is well on its way to a recession. At the same time, lower rates are a positive for companies and stock markets. Stock valuation. Why is it? Because cutting the rates, first of all, it's going to help the customers of any company, because they're going to have lower rates and they can borrow more money to buy more stuff, and that's going to give the companies more power of selling, right? So I don't want to get into that too much. We're going to also look at the year of the elections. So when Trump came in, we had positive 12%, and Obama in 2012 positive 16. In 2008, the famous 2008, we had that recession, 37, negative 37. But in Bush, 10, negative 9. So he's kind of 8 years in a row, he kind of messed up. Whatever he kind of gained, because in 2000 he got negative, but he got better numbers. But you guys see that after he left Obama, that was a bad one. Okay, so we get 23% positive, 7. So you guys, just by looking at this, you guys see that mostly the whole year is on average is positive. So it can go even up to many, many more percentages, but go back down and finish December with lower percentages. So let's say, for example, with Trump, I don't know what the exact numbers are in the chart, but let's say when Trump was elected, we went even to 20% positive on November, and then we crashed back down to 12%, and we finished the year like that. Okay, so that could be a possibility. So we can still have this year crazy going higher and finish it by starting to crash. Okay, so we just need to consider that as well. So if you guys, just into a conclusion, if you guys are still waiting to get into altcoins, I was doing that for a while, around $15,000 up to $50,000. All this area, I had a lot of altcoins, but I got out of them very fast before they took off for the previous alt season that we had, but very short-lived. I am not going to do the same thing, and I'm gonna get into altcoins slowly, DCAing the projects that I'm seeing. They are very active on social media, they are being traded on a lot of great and big exchanges. They are having high trading volume, and these are the good signs that we need to consider to get into these projects and give them a chance. Can they fail later after you buy them? Yes, absolutely. You do not know what the team is doing behind the scenes. All you see is though if they are updating you with what they're doing for their products. Okay, So this video got a little bit longer, but these are valuable information, guys. One more time, I'm asking you kindly to like the video. I'm getting less views again because I'm getting less likes. You guys should know by now, after me whining in this video, please like the video and support the channel anyhow you can. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.